His uncle.
Well, welcome back to It's Your Money Radio, where you can, John, save more money.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. You can make more money.
You can make more money, save more money,
And have more money for all your financial goals. There we
Have
go.
more fun.
Yes.
You can have more fun.
You can have more fun. Yes, definitely, while you listen to us. Well, we're going to be back, and I know John's going to be talking to Dr. Mike Miller for the next 30 minutes or so.
Well, you can talk
a couple
to him.
minutes.
I'm going to talk to him. I did try the ketones.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
we
you
want
what.
everybody to call in, too.
Yeah, if
If
you got
any questions.
862-9977, if you call in, if you've had experience with ketones or you want to know something about ketones,
Yeah.
he's going to be talking about diabetics and ketones. I happen to fill two needs. I'm a diabetic and I've tried the ketone diet. I will say the very first day, my first reading was 197 on a Monday, Monday. I went through all Tuesday. On Wednesday morning, I got up. My glucose was 94. The very next day it was even lower than that. I hadn't crashed in a while and actually hit one of those points and had to cut back some on my insulin. And all I did was
On the first day.
by the third day.
By the third day.
By the
Oh,
third
my
day.
God.
And
That's
I'll tell you what. Now I did cut out. I'm having a Coke today, but I cut out a ton of Cokes and did it. It was it was amazing. And I told my
Taste change.
my doctor that we went. I said, "This is crazy. It's like that." And so then I was reading. As this intrigued me to go to ketogenic diets, and how what we're really doing is retraining our bodies to start using fats rather than using the carbohydrates.
That's right.
And my wife has basically gone on a ketogenic diet without taking the ketones. I've lost 6 pounds. She's dropped 10 pounds.
Amazing. So
It
16 pounds between you.
16 pounds between us. Yeah.
Yeah.
a smiling baby boy or girl, right? Everyone
That's
did.
only in just a few short days.
That's in a few short days.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
we've only
imagine
tried
what
it.
you can do after that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, Dr. Mike, tell people how they can get started on ketones, the diet, and where can they get the product?
Well, usually I give them out my address. We've got an askmedrmike.proveit.now.com. That's spelled PRUVIT now.com. That's my direct website where you can just go on there and look around and shop around what you would like to
So
try.
it's Ask Me, Dr. Mike, Prove It Now.
Yep. Ask me, Dr. Mike, proveit.now.com. And if you still can't get that one, you can always text me on my phone, 417-827-6129, and I can give you a direct link that you don't have to worry about typing it in right.
Yeah, so
You can also send me an email at the same askmedrmike@gmail.com, and I'll share the link with you. That might be easier for somebody. But get a hold of me, and then I'll get you the information. You can go on there, shop what you want, and find out what drink you want and try flavors you want to try.
And guys, you need.
And
Dr. Mike told me try it in coffee, and I love my coffee. I just
Oh,
have
yeah.
to tell you that.
I
And every flavor that he gave me, I put in coffee. Orange, Maui, and every flavor came out pretty good in coffee. I was very, very impressed.
I like the Swiss cocoa.
Oh yeah, the Swiss
in
swirl.
coffee in the morning, and then switch over to the Maui Punch in the afternoon, evening. Oh yeah.
So what were you taking, John? What's your favorite flavor?
Well, I like the Maui Punch. Is really good because I like to just add it to cold water and drink it in the afternoons. It keeps my energy level up, helps me feel good. And I gotta tell you, if you've been watching me on Facebook Live, and go to Facebook and look for what's the name of it?
It's
Your Money Radio.
Your
Your Money Radio. That's what you search for. The @ Your Money Radio, and you can see all our episodes. You can go to our first episode if you don't believe me. But this belt. When I bought it, I was on the very first the largest size thing, and I'm gonna need a new belt soon because it's on the smallest one. And around the waist area, it's not so much. I don't care what I weigh, but I care how I look, and I look better. I feel better.
Oh, yeah.
I have more energy, and I've been starting to work out again with weights. So I've just had that much energy. I've been feeling good. So
Oh, yeah. Well-
and that's just 10-day. All I did was a 10-day trial, and I'm going to
Yeah.
get some more.
Yeah.
But just a 10-day trial, and it's changed me. I mean, this is for a month, over a month, I
Yeah,
guess.
about a month, yeah.
About
That's
a month
right.
since I
That's
quit,
right.
and I still
That's
feel
right.
great. So
That's
this
right.
isn't. You don't have to take this every day the rest of your life, but you do want to probably take it. Continue it the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, you want to definitely switch your body over to the different fuel source. You have to
Mhm.
get away from the carbs, and you want to go on to the ketogenic diet. Be more fat eating and protein and less carbs, and you will start that whole process. Okay.
Yeah.
I personally have been on since probably June, and down 35 pounds. So, oh yeah, feel great, have good stamina, good energy. Actually, I'm off the high blood pressure medicine now,
Mhm.
and one of the biggest things, my irregular heartbeat has vanished. So, that's impressive. That was a big concern about mine, just from the cardiovascular system. And I feel great, energy like you wouldn't believe.
Mhm.
So, all the way around, ketones are wonderful.
We're talking about basically a drink mix. It's a powdered drink mix that you add
Yeah.
to water.
Yeah.
And, I just, the biggest praise I can make is I'm not a dieter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm the type of person, I love my food. I want to eat what I want to eat. And the ketone helped me not helped me to, but helped me by curbing some of my unhealthy appetites.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it does it,
Yeah.
but I know it does it, and I've just been eating better. And just that 10 days got me craving different types of foods right there.
Yeah. Well, whenever we get into talking a little bit more about the diabetes today, we'll notice that ketones, when you add them into your diet, and they get absorbed into your blood real fast, well, then they turn off your appetite center. So we will see how that happens real fast with those ketones.
Mm-hmm.
Because once your brain has all of the energy that it needs, then it won't turn on your hunger hormones. So you're not hungry anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's exactly how that happens. And in the case of diabetes, when you're not hungry, you're not going to eat the snacks and everything else, which have a tendency to be carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then when you sit down and eat something, you can eat your bacon and eggs, and you're going to be satisfied for the rest of the day, and your body's going to burn it all up.
Yeah, bacon and eggs for breakfast.
Oh,
Lose
yeah.
weight.
Bacon and eggs for breakfast to lose weight.
Yeah. And have you ate the
Yeah,
bacon
bacon,
and eggs?
yeah, bacon, eggs, sausage and eggs.
Okay, and the thing is in your short days that you
Yeah.
experienced that and you ate bacon and eggs, and then how did your sugar, glucose
Oh, and your
levels
sugar-
go down in that 3 days?
They,
just
yeah,
step
they
by
did that
step?
just by cutting
It's
out a lot
amazing,
of.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is amazing. It is amazing. I realize, as diabetics, we've always been taught what's our primary fuel:
Mhm.
carbohydrates.
Yep, and glucose.
And
Everybody thinks
glucose.
that's the primary one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that fats were. I thought fats were the bad things. That you didn't know that.
Well, I teach every day, and in my class in anatomy and physiology at OTC, we're made of fats. We're made of proteins, and there is no essential carbohydrate. Okay? If we were made out of carbohydrates, as far as our cell walls, and everything, then I always ask the students, what would happen if we were made out of carbohydrates?
We'd leak.
We would leak, basically, and we would basically die every time it rained. That's what I tell them.
We'd melt.
We'd melt, exactly, because that's what makes our cell walls keep the water in and the bad stuff out. That's
Sugar
what
and
we are
spice and
produced
everything
by.
nice.
Every one of our cells is made out of fat, and that's why that's how come our skin is waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're made out
And
of fat.
that even means the gray matter between our ears is made of
Oh,
fat.
especially brain.
Uh-huh.
Brain tissue is also 100% fat.
It's fat tissue.
Every tissue in your body is protein and fat. But,
Oh, yeah.
if you're eating carbohydrates, your body adapts to that, and it starts to try to handle it as best it can, and it's really not geared up to do that. It's not efficient to handle carbs. It's more efficient to handle fats. So when you change over to the ketogenic diet, that's what your body loves it.
Goes back to being caveman.
Oh, basically, basically, and back in those days, the ancestors didn't have all the grains and all those crops and on the seasonal type stuff that we can have all time now. And that's what's creating the.
Well, that's right. They would get it
problem
for short periods of time, and then
Yeah.
they'd augment it with.
Yeah, they'd only have it during the summertime, and then it would only last to so long in the wintertime. But by the time the end of the winter was over, they were eating the meat and the fats, all they had. So then they'd be ketogenic all the time, and it was actually a good thing. Neuroprotective, protected their brain tissue, helped them clean up and detoxify, so then they could go back and do it again whenever they got their first crop in.
And then they would eat berries, a lot of other things.
And that's
Grains were
right.
not the
That's
sole
right.
crop.
That's
Yeah, they
exactly
had
right.
berries and a lot of other things that we tend to,
Mhm.
we don't like to say they have.
And
this.
everybody thinks that ketosis is a bad thing, but no, it's actually probably one of the best things that happened to us as an adaptive type of a metabolism kind of reaction.
So what you hear is a diabetic's ketoacidosis, but
Yeah.
that's not the same.
Not the same. And I actually think that the ketoacidosis is more due to the glucose.
You said that everyone that has this.
Glucose is acidic. It is acidic. And ketones, beta hydroxybutyrate, especially this ketone we're talking about, is very alkalinic. So it'll turn your urine alkaline, your blood a little more alkaline. And that's what's so good and anti-inflammatory about it, as a matter of fact.
Why does it work so well for diabetics?
Well, because when it turns off your hunger,
Yeah.
well, just like the sugar, that goes down. When you keep your sugar down, levels down to normal levels, because you're getting all the rest of the good, the good energy that you're needing, well, that'll stabilize your A1C, because you're not having this insulin up and down all the time. And the insulin causes a big problem.
See, they say that, like on me, my body, if I eat a lot of carbohydrates, because I have low insulin levels, which most diabetics have, I don't move a lot of it, so my glucose level goes off. So if I start changing the fats to where my body eats, this is something that took me a little bit, because in the transition, there were a few days I was a little tired, and I started reading up on it, that's actually your body starting to adjust. You said start an app. Your body's starting to adjust where it's actually digesting the fats and not the glucose. So if you can cut down how much sugars you have, you'll actually lower your glucose level.
And that's another reason why the ketones, the exogenous ketones, this technology that we're using now, if you're going to add that in, then that takes away that little lag time that you're talking about. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for your body to kick in. You're taking care of it through drinking some, and then you have that available for your brain to start working, all your liver. All this stuff happens in the liver, so it's a very good detoxifier for the liver. So, yeah.
I'm like you. I don't know all the ins and outs, John, but my glucose level went
Oh, yeah.
down. Yeah, and then over time, then your A1C is going to gradually go down too and stay there. But you'll still have all the energy that you need because you're burning ketones. And the ketones are so much more effective, I'll say. They're so much more energy, high energy. When you burn a high energy molecule like a fatty acid, you're getting a whole lot more energy
So
out of
does
it
the-
than a glucose molecule.
So does the fat turn into the ketone?
Yeah.
And then the ketone's what actually
Yeah.
goes to the cell wall to feed them?
Yeah, basically you're splitting off a little 2-carbon chain, and that's acetoacetic acid, and it changes to beta hydroxybutyrate because it's a more stable molecule. It's a storage form basically, and then you'll use it as you need it.
And so the ketones are basically that beta hydroxy.
That's right.
I saw
So
that on the
when you're
container.
eating that or drinking that, then that's what you're adding to the system. But you don't even have to break down that fatty acid. You've got it already there. Your brain says, I got all the energy that I need, I don't need to be hungry. So it turns off of your hormones for hunger. But you got all this energy, and you just, oh, I didn't realize I was even missing lunch. But you still got all the energy.
Energy you need. Huh.
Yep. That's the best thing for diabetics that I know of, and I still think all diabetes patients ought to be on a ketogenic diet, and I don't know why not too many doctors put them on a ketogenic diet, because they're having trouble with the glucose. Why let them eat it?
Yeah. When I read what he said about the ketogenic diet, it made sense. If you can stop the carbs over here, that's going to stop the glucose, even if your insulin level is low,
That's right.
because you're not going to have the need for it.
That's right.
And then the ketones too. Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
And if your body needs the glucose molecule for any other reason, it will make it through other pathways, and so you're always going to have enough, but they're always going to be maintained at the proper low levels.
You said 5 minutes on the clock, right?
Mhm.
You can have, no, not 5 minutes on our clock. He gave us a clock of what you should eat, and the 5 minutes was the carbos.
Oh, 5% carbos.
That's what I thought
Yeah,
you
that's
said.
your ketogenic diet's basically 75% fat, okay, and then 20%, 25% protein.
Hamburgers, eggs, yeah, we're
Okay.
doing that. So,
Well, and that's, I think doctors do tell diabetics to cut down on their sugar. But if you're craving sugar, you're going to eat sugar. I mean, that's what I've been talking about in my experience. If you're going to eat what you crave, I don't care. You don't care what the doctor says. I mean, you're like a sugaraholic.
but even the diets they give us as a diabetic have a high amount of carbohydrates.
That's right.
That's what you're
Why-
saying.
How come?
Yeah,
Well, they
right.
say, well, all they have to do is, well, when you eat this and your sugar goes up, well, then just take more insulin.
Yeah, that's not a good
You
solution.
know, well, yeah, that's all
Yeah,
they'll do.
it seems like there are a lot of doctors out there saying now, why are we getting so hooked on insulin?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I have a friend in a nursing home, and yeah, why would you put carbs on there and then come in and give them more insulin shots because they ate so many carbs on that? Well, that's normal diet. Well, but it's not.
So if you cut it, if you turn it to the fats and stuff, you wouldn't need that much insulin to.
That's right.
So
You know.
change your diet, change your life. Start with ketones. Go to Ask Dr. Mike.
Ask me, Dr. Mike.
Ask me, Dr.
Ask
Mike.
me, Dr. Mike. Always put that Ask Me, Dr. Mike.com. That's my website.
Can we find it on your website? If we go to your website, do you have a link?
I'll put a link on there.
Oh, you'll put a link on.
I'll put a link
Okay,
in
so
there.
wait
They're
a
more-
couple
little bit
days.
More
If
direct.
you forget the website, askmedrmike.com.
Yep.
Go there on Monday.
We're trying to brand that AskMeDrMike.com
Okay.
because I love this stuff. Trying to get people into more nutrition and the healing powers of nutrition, and ketones, fat, and protein is what we're all made up of. So everybody just needs to know that.
I wouldn't ask you to say that, but it seems like sometimes the medical profession prefers things that make them money over things that may work better.
You can't say that.
I wouldn't say, well, I have happened to hear some good people that I trust a lot, some might be near us, make that same comment, and I have to agree with them. You know, it's, hey, I make money. If I could have something to redo my revenues, I don't know, give you something that makes the toilet break down when you use the restroom, that would be awesome. I'd be selling lots of toilets. Guys, we better do something here a little bit. I know he's John's going, don't come back again. We're here with Dr. Michael Miller, Family Back and Neck Care, 417-889-2225. When you call, ask for Dr. Miller. He's the one with ketones. Do like John and I have done. You can drop some weight. He's lost 35 pounds. And you can see, John, you can see it in his face. You can see it all over. He does it, yeah, he's feeling good. Next week,
all of us, we've lost about, 45? almost
45 or 50 pounds. Yeah, we're getting close to having a small kid.
Yeah,
so.
I'm 35.
Marilee Darty with Clarity Insurance and Financial Services. She can insure your house, your auto. She can insure anything you need if you'll give her a call, or she'll put you on the right track if it's something that she can't handle. 417-887-6261. Rooney McBride and Smith. We've had a few from them. They have been on the show. Give them a call for all your legal needs. They're 417-708-9681. From trust to wills to defense, whatever you need, you can trust them to do a great job. And I'm Gary Bingaman. I'm with A&D Mechanical Services, a full-service plumbing and heating and air company. Remember, we've got Gayla Scrivener at scrivenersolutions.com. You can give her a website. You can download a sheet that will tell you about the things you need to know. And then we also have our host. You thought I was going to forget John, didn't you? That's John Dittrich. He's with DB Advisors. He's a fiduciary financial advisor, right? You said that correct.
And if you get $1 million, give it to John.
There you go. He'll keep it going. Hey, so you can get $50,000 a year and end up with as much money as you had. All right, and John's number's 763-3345. Guys, we'll see you next week on It's Your Money Radio.
You guys are great.
We have too much fun in here, guys. Yeah. No, that's exciting.
This guy, talk to him. Get your ketones.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Seriously.
you need to
That's
talk
really
to him.
interesting.
Hey, he
You'll
could,
feel better.
It's amazing. I mean,
It is
I had a hard
amazing.
time-
I-
I really had a hard time sleeping last night. And I mean, I was so groggy and all that stuff, but I finally got me a pack of it.
I was, like I
It's
said,
amazing.
John, I started reading more than just this. I just started reading on the ketogenic diet.